skivvy segments, I wanted to touch on something again too. You know, I've referred to Christmas Eve and stuff like that. No, I'm not saying it's that date. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that's what it's about. You see what I mean? And Christmas Day is whenever all the bad kids and people and stuff have been gone, and then everything's good again. But you know, that's what it's talking about. I wanted to touch on some other stuff as well. You know, I do harp on the negative side of this. There's a very, very beautiful, unfathomable side to it as well, but that'll be Christmas Day stuff. You see what I mean? That's after party. But you know, talking about the psychology and the archons and orbs and shape-shifting planes and bugs and things in the clouds and things of that nature. You see, the thing is that they can assemble, disassemble, be seen, not be seen, manifest, unmanifest, whatever they want to do at will, literally. So, you know, but it speaks about those kinds of things in that Bible, in that stupid book. The thing about that book is it does have truths in it. Not all of it's true, but it does have truths in it, and if you know how to read it, you see what I mean, you can glean quite a bit from it, that as well as the Oahspe. Isn't that right, Blue Lodge, Master Masons and whatnots? You Scots, you see. Thanks for those books too, by the way. But, you know, the archons, when you deal with archetypes, you see what I mean? You deal with archangels, archdemons, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. An arc. What's an arc? Well, it's a divine spark. It's a frequency. That's what it is. And so it's a distortion. The negativity is a distortion upon your body, like cancer. See, the Rockefellers and all that, the Rockefeller Foundation, they are behind all of that shit, and probably the Rothschilds are behind that, and who's in front in the middle is J.P. Morgan, all those Chase, all your bankers, financiers, politicians, legislature, lawmakers, policymakers, you get it, got it. The rich people, the beautiful people, the people that run around on your tax dollar. You see what I mean? And that's the story. But it's all, you know, Carl Jung had the archetypes, shadow projections, hook types, and before him, his predecessor Freud had the ID, the ego, and the superego. You see, it's still the trinity of self and whatnot. Now, until you get within yourself and until you come to these terms, and one person calls it, and get rid of the savior programming, and there's more to it than just the savior programming, trust me on that. That's just a ledge, that's part of it. But there is nothing really there for you until you come to this golden wedding garment, as Mr. Manly P. Hall called it, this union. And the only way that you get that, I mean, there's knowing, there's a man of knowledge, okay, seeing the secrets, you know, that's one small part of it. That's what your Masons do and your judges, and see, that's what their lodges are about, and they run people, give them the third degree and all this kind of shit. It's basically threats and intimidation, and they go and they run and live the life that they're supposed to do, and they have the net and safety of security from law enforcement and above. You see what I mean? That's the truth about that. So that's why your judges are Masons, and most of your, you know, the fellow officers and things. Thank you. Hey, every last one of y'all played your parts, you know, in this divine scheme here. So, but, you know, when you realize that, you know, what it's truly talking about, then you get to a certain level and you say, fuck all that shit, and you become a Nephilim. You nay the philosophies and refuse to be the fucking lamb. You see, that's what Nephilim is. That's all it is. You know, and the very book has you thinking that the giants are the enemy of you, you know, with David and Goliath and that, and that's why. You see, they've lied to you about everything. They've inverted everything. You think that things that are good for you, education, medicine, the judicial system, corrections, whatever you want to call it, science and all that's good for you. It's not. It kills you. It keeps you dead. The Walking Dead is every single one of you if you were not what I'll call a Decepticon. If you weren't one of them, you're the Walking Dead. You're running around, you're living life, you think you got it made, you know what you're doing, you do this, you do that, you got a job, you got bills, you're under pressure. And then when you die, or when this event happens, uh-oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I didn't know. That shit didn't work, you see. You'd been lied to, and they know it, and that's what the whole fucking carnival game's about. Carne asada, carne. You see what I mean? Mortal, you're immortal, rigor mortis. You see, rigor mortis, the mortal men, the dead man, mort all, kill them all, men. That's what it is. It's that simple. I mean, Language, it's not barely, I'm just, that's what a fucking fat faggot king would say. You see, barely. Man, fuck all that stupid shit. It is possible to become a Nephilim. It's very difficult because you won't take the chains off of your own necks that keep you bound. You can't. You see, and they've done it that way. There's my warrior, by the way, there, DK. Hey, Dick. There you go. Come fight that, motherfucker. Send your angels to come get some of that. I'm sure we can break them off a piece or two. They do. See, I don't fight. But you send something that way. My girlfriend, that big thing that is called the atmosphere and everything that she flies around in, I'm fairly certain she's not going to allow you to harm me. She likes me. I'll make her laugh and shit. So, you know, there you go with that thing. But, you know, it's all been a grand lie. The arts, the sciences, religions, it's all, if you can read it, if it's been documented and it has a following, it's bullshit. It's a fucking lie to deceive you. It all is, you see. My experiences are my experiences. There's not anybody out there that can tell me one fucking thing. None of you. Is that rude? Well, fuck you. How's that? You see what I mean? That's not cocky. I just know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've lived it. I've survived it. I came through to the other side of sanity and then some. You see, being a man of knowledge that's a drop in the proverbial bucket. You know, any cop can do that. You see what I mean? A judge can do that. You see, they present a face to you, the general public, and then they're laughing about that shit all the way. You see, they were laughing now, and they wanted the best of both worlds. They were going to fuck you in this world and fuck you out of eternity for all of the next one. That's the truth. You see, there's your hell in a handbasket, Your Honor. You see. So, anyway, man, this is just kind of like a rehashed video that I had done a while back. But you're in love with the idea of things that are not what they are in the reality that you exist in. You see, it's you're going to stand there and watch me burn. Well, that's all right. I like the way it hurts. You see, you're not going to like the way she retaliates about that pain, though. You see. You know, it's all... you've been subjected to something that would be like a parallax error. In other words, the way that you view it and what you think you're seeing is not a true sighting, and it's not a true reading. Couple that with fear of questioning God or the police or anything else, laws, policies, people with money, you know. It's just, it was a good scam. I mean, they was fucking all the way through and through. They were diligent, but you forgot to turn the stone, you see. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, motherfucker. But the language is...